Has it come to this? We're stuck in the weeds. I got a trip before I can see the finish.
The coolest dream that I have, and I've had them a bunch of times, is me flying. It's like one of the, it's been a really long time since I've had that dream, but it's the raddest experience ever. Just like flying. I just want to fly. I want to just. I believe I can fly. Thank you.
But the one that flashes into my mind is a show we did above San Francisco called the Bridge School Benefit. Neil Young puts the concert on, and always has a wonderful lineup of bands playing. But the year we did it was with Pearl Jam, Neil Young, Crosby, Stills and Nash, among other bands. But it was super, super memorable. The whole weekend was just incredible for so many reasons. But the audience was beautiful, beautiful cause. We got to go on stage and sing Teach Your Children Well, that song, that Crosby, Stills and Nash song, with like the whole ensemble. So it was a big moment. Then there's another one that comes to mind too. Sorry, we did this tribute to the Pretenders on VH1 maybe 10 years ago, 9-10 years ago, where we played a Pretenders song, and then we played with the Pretenders, but it was also with Iggy Pop, and it was with the Kings of Leon, right? And Shirley Manson from Garbage. So my best experiences have always been ones where we got to either collaborate with or play with other like iconic artists.
I don't have one. There's a collection. So I'm going to give you Neil Peart from Rush, Stuart Copeland from The Police, Tim Alexander from Primus. Those are probably like the three that sort of I constantly try to emulate, even to this day. I still rip them off. Yeah, so there's no one, like Brandon was saying, there's no one source. It's collection.
I'm actually going to say that it hasn't been one person. It's been almost like a village of people that have been influential to me, to the point where they have helped guide me along my path and help me become the man that I am. But that's everyone from both my mother and my father to my older brother Darren, my younger brother Jason, my sister Suzanne, my grandparents, my best friends Jose, Mike, Chris, Ben, other friends, other family members. It really, I don't really think anybody happens on their own. And I don't think anybody happens with the influence of just one person. I think that it really is a village of people. I would probably be writing or taking pictures or being a happy hermit someplace where hopefully like the forest meet the sea, so I could be in the forest and be able to surf. I don't think I would be that much different. I would definitely find a way to creatively express myself. And even if it meant just banging sticks on other trees, but I would probably be doing a lot of the same things. But there'd probably be an aching in my soul for something that I couldn't find, and it would be music and painting. So I'm very grateful to be able to do those things.
I think respect, appreciation, food, sleep, understanding, trying to put yourself in someone else's shoes, compassion, empathy, all of those things for any relationship, period, can help make one relationship successful, let alone a group of people trying to do, one thing together. So I think it's a combination of all of those things.
I've never had one favorite band. I've never had one favorite painter. I can tell you a handful of painters that I love. And some of them aren't even considered painters. Some of them are considered illustrators or graphic designers. But I love Egon Schiele. I love Gustav Klimt. I love Aubrey Beardsley. I love Hieronymus Bosch. Francis Bacon. I can go all over the place. I have just as many favorite writers, photographers. All of it is fair game, you know. I'm going to give you two of my favorite books of all time. Jitterbug Perfume by Tom Robbins, and Perfume, Just Perfume, by Patrick Suskind. Have you read this book? Love that book. The movie is really good too. It's actually really worth seeing. They did a really good job.
Well, I had chilaquiles this morning with habanero sauce. Oh, so good. So good. Me too. And then we went to a restaurant last night. I don't know the name, but we just had fish, we had beef, we had pork, carnitas. We had a little bit of everything, and it was so good. That's one of the things I look forward to the most coming here is the food. And my mom is an amazing cook, and her food's my favorite food. But coming here, it's just a little different, and there's just little more variety. So I love coming here for that.
We had something yesterday that was like a version of a Mexican pizza, but it had like pineapple on it. It was ridiculously good. I am a vegan sympathizer. I truly believe that human beings should consume less meat. And for some people, having no meat or animal products is really wonderful for them. I was vegan for a long time and then found out from my doctor that I was my physiological makeup made it so I greatly benefit from some kinds of animal protein, but I've been very discerning about what animal proteins I eat. So for me, that means I haven't had red meat in my body in like 27 years. But human beings should eat less meat. It would benefit the environment and our health. That's our PSA for today. Peace.
I don't know if they should ever totally replace human beings playing drums. It's just they're two different animals altogether. I think there's a place for both of them. Even in our record, we use an old 808 drum machine for the song called Loneliest, and it works better. I mean, there are real drums kind of in there too, but it has an appropriate place for it, and I think there's room for both of them, really. I think it kind of just tells you what it wants. Like that song in particular lent itself really well, and when trying to put the song together and putting a beat underneath it, it just really made sense. And when it was demoed like that. So it just kind of depends. It's a feel thing. It's more rigid. It's more straight. If you want a live feel, playing a drum machine will never really be able to emulate a real person playing. It can sound like it and get really close, but it loses that humanness to it.
I get a little egoic tingle up my spine when we play the song Love in a Time of Surveillance, because I really like the lyric in the last verse, which says, I will embrace my assailants, kill them with kindness and patience. Love in a time of surveillance isn't such a fuss. At voyeurs are us, you're a seat to fill, it's all grist for the mill, just disappear. So I say it differently on the record, but in my mind it's sort of more Shakespearean, it has like a British accent to it. Anyway, that one's pretty good.